For how long should we speak? 10 seconds, 10 minutes, 10 hours,
10 days.
10 days?
Okay.
Okay. So who starts? You?
You start.
Welcome to Grenoble Alpes Métropole. I am Mariam Emelien.
And I'm Laurent Delatte.
So we are happy to welcome you here. And basically, we both work on the Clever project. I am the main coordinator. And basically, Grenoble has been identified for the leader as a leader city and also as a follower city. Grenoble Alpes Métropole is developing a tool for on urban overheating. And my colleague Laurent is doing the challenge number 2.
Yes, I'm working on waste and electrical equipment.
You are the waste company in Cascais?
Yeah, we collect all the waste in Cascais. The last project that we had was for collection of the bio-waste, and we want to start the collection of textile waste in Cascais because we have several providers in the municipality.
And waste managing cities, and what you say that actually started in the kind of in the level of it's
the start of this process, this project, you can call it as you want, or started from the idea of that often new project like Horizon Europe project like the one, because we are funded by Horizon Europe, have been often driving pilots. At the end, it's very difficult to evaluate, understanding the impact that they have. And then the idea was, let's try to throw real experimentations in different cities with different challenges than, as Besing was saying, energy, mobility, waste, circularity. I mean, at the end we had also heat islands that came up and we didn't expect them. Wastewater, we didn't expect them, but they came up and we accepted them. And making sure that at the end we can understand what place that they can have in the definition of the strategies or the urban planning of the cities.
I mean, I've been involved in many European projects, but something I really appreciated about this project is really the fact that everybody is very much aligned and open for collaborations.
We're all willing to experiment.
Yeah, exactly.
Lifting regulations to facilitate experimentations and discovering if there are regulations that need amendments because of the pressure from the technology or the societal needs. Can also be a third outcome, which is the identification of new and innovative, let's name them regulations, to stay in the example, which can facilitate the adoption of those solutions within the societal fabric.
Yes.
Taking into consideration that there are examples, we could also make some of those where it's not the app in itself which is changing the world.
Yes.
It's the use
of the app
by a multiplicity of citizens to be engaged. And how do we engage the citizens in using the app and maybe taking the app as a source of information for changing their behavior when disposing of waste, for example.
Yeah.
That is still an unexplored issue.
And so we want the water to go in the soil. So the kids can take the water, and this is what happens in the road. So the water is like flushed. And this is like this. So we have a lot of this in Grenoble. Maybe so here few goes in the soil, but it's not perfect. And here we have like wood soil and l'éponge, sponge. Yes. The sponge represents perfectly the soil because it can storage water. So we do storage the water during the winter, and it is available in the summer. And so after you can we use this water, and this is like our water storage.
Yeah. Something starting at European level can actually make people interact more at local level. That's also something very interesting, that sometimes, you need to go abroad to meet your neighbor. Sometimes there is this type of dynamic in which, although you all live in the same area, something from outside needs to come to to enable this new type of collaborations. For example, in the city of Torino, they really managed to bring together, the municipality, the waste collection company, the service provider providing AI solutions for classifying and managing waste, and so it's very interesting to see how all this process came about, and also they involved also the citizenry in a number of events, schools and kids. So you really see a multi-stakeholder approach to testing these types of solution in order to capture all the different perspectives, and also to let the citizenry know what is happening.
So the most important challenge is the CO2 emissions that are mainly caused by buildings, so the energy issues with public and private buildings, but also the mobility sector. There are also in some cities industrial processes or waste management processes related more to circular economy, and Klimaboro is trying to focus on these sectors and try to bring new testings that could somehow contribute to decrease the CO2 emissions in the urban areas.
We can find some way of reading it in a complex way, and so we learned something from this process.
Okay. Can we close here?
Yes. Half an hour. Wow.
Okay. So who starts? You?